here tonight. Welcome to the 2026 student-led, student-produced, student-designed, student-executed Lipscomb Fashion Show.
Tonight is more than a fashion show. It is a celebration of the dedication and the countless hours that our students have spent in our labs, dreaming, draping, drawing, and constructing.
Tonight's show is full of creative works from our students in the fashion design program, but you will also see a very strong emphasis on collaboration.
Yes, for example, DJ Adrian right here is a sophomore PR major.
Madison Grant is a senior film major. She did all of our senior spotlight videos that you'll see. She filmed and edited them, and then there's also a whole crew behind cameras tonight.
And the programs that you have in your hand were designed by a design studio firm team of students led by Professor Carlos Hooper.
And many of the models that you see tonight will be the designers themselves or friends of friends from all around campus and around Nashville.
So without further ado, let's get started.
First up, we have our Draping class collection. This semester, these designers collaborated to build a cohesive line based on the theme, the ocean. You'll see garments that represent sand, shells, foam, creature, water, and the abyss. Draping is the art of turning fabric into a 3D dimensional form, and the students you are about to see have mastered the conversation between hand, fabric, and form. I love teaching this class because of the energy in the studio is contagious. We are constantly inspiring each other to try new things and new structures. This collection is special because it is a team effort and is truly an example of industry collaboration. Here are the results of their collaborative vision and technical skill.
I've been watching you for some time. Can't stop staring at those ocean eyes. Burning cities and napalm skies. 15 flares inside those ocean eyes. Your ocean eyes don't fail.
If you wanna go, I know I made you cry last year when I was on the road. I meant it when I said it, you could always hit my phone. 213-267-9932, girl, you know I'ma make this steady you. I never will forget you. Look me in my eyes, tell me you ain't a part of me, no fair, no fair.
Next, I'm pleased to introduce to you our Underclassmen collections. We have freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, 9 students who have gone above and beyond expectations, creating collections of about 3 looks each. Some pieces stem from class assignments, but many of these were made all on their own time. This kind of initiative speaks volumes for not just the students they are, but the designers. There have been many late nights in the lab, also some overnights, and these collections are a wonderful expression of their creativity, their grit, and love for fashion. We are so proud of them, and I think you'll see why. First up, we have Amaris. Amaris describes her collection as very romantic with lacy, flowy fabrics and a love-inspired color palette.
If words could just hold you, tell me you feel me, oh, just to know you, tell me you see me, I couldn't have said it, you must have just read it in my eyes, darling, please let it be more, be more, be more. It must be more than I want you, more than I cut you, be more than dancing in raindrops, falling to touch you, oh, just to touch you. Oh, if words could just hold you, tell me you feel me, oh, just to know you, tell me you see me, yeah, I couldn't have said it, you must have just read it in my eyes, let it be more, be more, be more.
And next, we have a collaboration with freshman design students Colette, Jonathan, and Autumn. Their collection is described as oceanic, flowy, and ethereal. And next is sophomore design student Avery. She describes her collection as sophisticated, bold, and Toronto.
1, 2, 3, 4. Played a lot of you might win it. It's like 25 the lives that you bust out of prison. Something's in the air, something's in the air. It's like that feeling when you're just about to kill it. Take your last shot, you know you're gonna hit it. Something's in the air, to win the medal. And you work so hard that you knew you wouldn't settle. Hands are in the air, hands are in the air. When they hear you when you thought they wouldn't listen, it's like an anthem that the whole world's singing. Hands are in the air, hands are in the air. Whoa. Something big, I feel it happening out in my control. Pushing, pulling, and it's grabbing me. Feel it in my bones.
And next up is Emma. She describes her collection as chic, classy, and sophisticated.
Something chronic, bit demonic. I've been on the late shift. Staring at my phone. Sin and tonic, stupid promise. Something like a death wish. Staring to my soul. If I wanna stay alive, you should never cross my mind. Yeah, I know it. I've been through it. If I fall in every time, wicked love will leave me blind. Yeah, I know it. I've been through it. Oh God, can you make my heart stop? Hit me if you kill shot, baby. I mean it so serious. God, can you make my heart stop? Honey, if you kill shot, baby. I mean it so serious.
And next, please welcome Elsa's collection. 3 words to describe Elsa's is ethereal, floaty, and oniric. And next, please welcome Angelina. 3 words she uses to describe her collection are midnight, dimension, and self-expression.
Waiting in a car.
out this section is Samantha. Her collection is inspired by tropical sunset colors with a design focus on feminine daily wear.
I've seen the world, done it all, had my cake now. Diamonds brilliant and brilliant now. Hot summer nights, mid-July, when you and I were forever wild. The crazy days, the city lights, the way you'd play with me like a child. Will you still love me when I'm no longer young and beautiful? Will you still love me when I got nothing but my aching soul? I know you will, I know you will, I know that you will. Will you still love me when I'm no longer beautiful? I've seen the world, lit it up as my stage now. Channeling angels in the new age now. Hot summer days, rock and roll, the way you play for me at your show. And all
I
the
hope this
ways
was just a small glimpse of what you might see in the future of Lipscomb Fashion. These were all underclassmen. Most of these students, as Rebecca insinuated, are doing this work outside of class. That's how exciting and driven and passionate we are about the work that we're doing at Lipscomb Fashion. So this year, there are 12 seniors in the fashion department, 8 fashion design students, 4 fashion and interior merchandising students. Now, tonight, you'll see the tactical work of the 8 fashion design students by way of the runway. But you'll also hear from each of our merchandising students as well. For those of you unfamiliar with the term fashion merchandising, it might be helpful for you to know that it is the study of the business of fashion. The business of fashion spans a wide range of career paths, from buying and product planning to visual merchandising and marketing, journalism, creative production, brand management, and of course, all aspects of retail. Our fashion and interior merchandising seniors also played a significant role in planning and producing tonight's show. Here to share their experiences firsthand are Luke, Emma, Abby, and Selena in their senior spotlight videos.
I'm Luke Tyler. I'm a fashion and interior merchandising major from Huntsville, Alabama. I got into fashion mainly through the internet. Growing up, I loved skateboarding, basketball, and rap music. And while clothing isn't the main focus of any of those, it's a pretty central theme throughout them. Over time, that just became something that I cared about, and I developed a big interest in fashion. I'd characterize my time at Lipscomb as a time of lots of excitement. I remember my first semester that I was here, I would walk to my 8 a.m. fashion industry class across campus every morning, and I'd listen to the same Kanye song every time just to get me like hyped up for it. I think the most memorable part of my experience was the trip we took to New York City last summer. My goal on that was to convince myself that I could live there post-grad, and I succeeded with flying colors. I mean, it's a fashion capital. It has the best public transportation in the U.S., like what's not to love? I remember going to the store Printemps and just being blown away by it. I didn't know that you could do retail to that level. They're miles ahead. I think I've thought about that every day since then. Along with helping on the overall show, I've been a part of the marketing team behind it. The biggest thing that I've taken away from this is that when you're working on a creative endeavor with a team as big as ours, there really isn't any room for ego in it. It's just going to be the best idea, or whatever serves the show best is what wins. but I think we've made something really special. We have a great show for you. As for what's next for me, I'll graduate in December, so I still got one more semester in me. But after that, we'll see. New York, hopefully. But yeah.
So hi, I'm Selena Lackner, and just from a young age, I've always been drawn to all things aesthetic and beauty, and so fashion was just my way of expressing my creativity and just really turning beauty into something tangible. One word I would use to describe myself is definitely a visionary. I just love to collaborate and curate and really just translate ideas into real life. When I first came to Lipscomb, I was just really unsure of where I was headed and just kind of what I wanted to do and just of the industry as a whole. And so being here, it's been amazing just to be shaped holistically, just being able to just have wonderful professors who have come alongside me and helped shape me. And I just feel more confident stepping into future roles. Freshman year would just be so proud and just so grateful just for the opportunity just to follow my dreams and just to pursue what I love and do all things creative, and just really having such incredible people like come alongside me and just teach me and guide me and just surround me. This spring, it was just amazing to have the opportunity to work on the marketing team and just to take on new initiatives in the marketing and branding direction for the fashion show and just overseeing all of that. That included the social media and just running our Instagram fashion page. And it was just so amazing to see the analytics and the engagement behind all of these marketing initiatives and just being able to bring creative storytelling to life. So as I prepare to graduate next fall, I'm really excited just to step out into the industry that I love and continue to be able to use my creativity and the gifts that the Lord has given me. And I'm just really excited to grow and for new opportunities.
Hi, my name is Emma Stevens. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. My major is fashion and interior merchandising with a business management minor. I've enjoyed my time in the fashion program so much. Some of my favorite memories are getting to travel to New York City and all around Italy. It was so much fun getting to experience real-life scenarios and go to places that keep the industry running. Through my classes here, I discovered interior design. I'm a super creative person and also really analytical, and decided interior design was a passion that I wanted to pursue. I've had a great internship experience throughout my senior year at Studio 36 Design. They really helped me prepare for the future and just helped me learn all about the interior design world here in Nashville. I got to work with designers on some fun photo shoots and installations and projects. In the past 2 semesters, working with them was such a good experience. My role in the fashion show is the front of house lead. I got to work with all the designers to help bring their visions to life, as well as just getting to create a beautiful space for everyone to enjoy the show in. After graduation, I'm pursuing residential interior design and am excited for what is to come.
Hi, my name is Abby Horvey, and I'm a fashion and interior merchandising major from New Jersey. I originally came to Lipscomb to run cross country and track. I was recruited, but I found out about the fashion program, and I just knew that's what I wanted to do, and I'm so glad I chose that. My favorite class is probably buying and merchandising with Lori. I just love that class, and working hands-on with 1891, our fashion truck, has just been a great experience. I also had the opportunity to do an internship through Lipscomb. I worked at Posh Boutique, and that has just been a great experience with so many opportunities, and I'm just so glad that I got that experience and that I can use those skills for my professional life later on. So my role in the fashion show was backstage management, and so that's just all the little details and just making sure everything's running smoothly in the back of house, and just being there for the designers and anything they need. We want to make sure that they have the best fashion show possible. They work so hard on their collections, and I just want to be there to help them backstage with all the little details. So I'm super excited for that. And yeah, overall, I'm just very thankful for Lipscomb and the experience I've had here and just all the skills I've learned, and I can't wait to take that into my professional life later.
Ladies and gentlemen, Luke, Selena, Emma, and Abby.
I'm thrilled to be here tonight as full-time faculty member finally. Guiding these seniors through their creative journey this year has been a privilege that I've been working towards for the last few years, so I'm very excited to finally be here. This evening, we celebrate the culmination of months of hard work, but also passion and innovation that each of our seniors have poured into their collections. This journey began last July for a lot of them with the initial spark of inspiration, and that has evolved through the fall as they crafted their collections. After the holiday break, we embarked on an exciting trip to New York City, where seniors sourced the materials that would bring their visions to life tonight. Tonight, you will witness the final garments that reflect their dedication, creativity, and most importantly, growth. Each collection you see tonight is a testament to the unique voice and perspective of its designer. Our students have pushed boundaries and explored new techniques and embraced the challenges of fashion design with enthusiasm and resilience. As we begin the showcase, I invite you to immerse yourself in the stories and artistry that each of the collections present. Each senior will introduce their collection via their senior spotlight video. Thank you for joining us for the future of fashion design. Now, without further ado, let's welcome our first designer to the runway.
Hi, my name is Jordan Alexis Pilahila Keamasman. I'm a fashion design student here at Lipscomb, and I'm from Oahu, Hawaii. I've loved fashion for as long as I can remember. There was this one day where my mom took her sewing machine out and just taught me how to sew simple pillowcase. From that moment, I knew that this was something that I wanted to pursue. Since then, I've grown into a designer who loves to create pieces with intention and purpose. I came in as a beginner and I was welcomed with open arms and guided into a way that made me really confident in who I am as a fashion designer today. Sissy was one of the first professors to teach me in this program, and she really connected with me on a deeper level. She taught me more than just skill. She taught me to appreciate each step of the way of this process. So this collection is really personal to me. The inspiration started from my Papa Fred and his garden. After he passed during my sophomore year, Charlotte had an assignment in one of her classes to make a mood board. And in the mood board, I incorporated this flower design where it shows 3 flower petals holding together and 2 flower petals falling off. So the 3 flower petals are a representation of faith, hope, and love, which are the things that remain when everything feels uncertain. And the 2 flower petals kind of represent the seasons we go through and just the process of letting go. The first look represents the planting of the seed. The second look represents the breaking of the seed. The third look represents the sunbeams that help nurture the growth of the seed, like how the people in this journey have helped me grow into who I am. The fourth look represents the vulnerability stage of the seed. The fifth look represents the maturity stage of the seed and its growth. So overall, this collection is about surrender, resilience, and it just stands as a reminder. As seasons change, faith, hope, and love remain.
Ruling the way that I move. Show me how deep love can be. Ruling the way that I move. And I breathe your air. You only can rescue me. This is my prayer. Cherish the day. I won't go astray. I won't be afraid. You won't catch me running. Oh, cherish the day. I won't go astray. I won't be afraid.
My name is Riley Nikolai. I'm a fashion major at Lipscomb University. The most impactful part of my time at Lipscomb has been learning to trust the voice that God has given me. Through critiques, long nights in the studio, and moments of doubt, I've not only grown as a designer, but as a person. This program has taught me discipline, resilience, and the value of refinement. I've come to see excellence as an act of stewardship, and that creativity is something that we are all called to. My collection began with a question: who will I become? As I designed, I began envisioning different versions of myself. Walking through new cities, envisioning myself in different callings. As a professional, a wife, a mom, a traveler, a designer. As I pictured these women, I began seeing what they would wear, what would carry them confidently through all these beautiful seasons of life. As the collection developed and I began buying fabric, everything suddenly turned blue. What began as an accidental aesthetic suddenly became something more personal, a small tribute to my older brother, Brody, who passed away 7 years ago. Blue was not just his favorite color, but became something that represented the community that surrounded my family and I as he was sick, and later as we began to walk through grief. Blue became a way to carry him with me, and honoring him even in this little way means so much to me. Brody not only taught me what courage and faithfulness look like, but he also continues to shape the way I create, with depth, intention, and a desire for my work to reflect something greater than myself. I hope when you see this collection, you see more than garments. I hope you see possibility, faith, and the beauty of becoming. As I move forward, I'm excited to walk confidently into the plan that the Lord has before me, continuing to design with intention and purpose.
Her face is a map of the world, is a map of the world. You can see she's a beautiful girl, she's a beautiful girl. And everything around her is a silver pool of light. People who surround her feel the benefit of it, it makes you count. She holds you captivated in her palm. Suddenly I see, this is what I wanna be. Suddenly I see, why the hell it means so much to me. Suddenly I see, this is what I wanna be. Suddenly I see, why the hell it means so much to me. And I feel like walking the world, like walking the world. And you can hear she's a beautiful girl, she's a beautiful girl. She fills up every corner like she's born in black.
looking at me. I can see her eyes looking from the page of a magazine. She makes me feel like I could be a tower, big strong tower, yeah. The power to be, the power to give, the power to see, yeah, yeah. Suddenly I see she got the power to be, the power to give, the power to see, yeah, yeah. Suddenly I see she got the power to be, the power to give, the power to see, yeah, yeah, yeah. Suddenly I see she got the power to be, the power to give, the power to see, yeah, yeah. Suddenly I see she got the power to be, the power to give, the power to see, yeah, yeah. Suddenly I see this is what I wanna be. Suddenly I see wow, it means so much to me.
Hi, my name is Veronica Megley. I'm a double major in fashion design and fashion merchandising here at Lipscomb University. Thinking about the Lipscomb Fashion program as a whole, I will definitely say my favorite part that still continues to hold true is my relationship with my professors and my classmates. It's truly the most welcoming, encouraging place to be. Specifically, Sissy Simmons and Rebecca Dean have created such a beautiful environment for me where not only do I talk to them about fashion things, but also personal things. I always say they're like my therapist on campus. And I'm just so thankful to have found such a great community here at Lipscomb. Another favorite part about my experience at Lipscomb is my time in 1891, which is a retail concept on campus. I was the track manager throughout my last 2 years of college, and it's been so great. I got to meet a whole bunch of new people and just have a shopping day basically every Friday. So if you ever see the truck, go visit us. My collection, and something that is super profound to who I am, is growing up in the Coptic Orthodox Church. If you've never heard about Orthodoxy, it's big. It's one of the pillars of Christianity, and if everyone always says when they walk into an Orthodox church, they feel like they've entered into heaven. It's truly the most beautiful place on earth, at least that's what I think. And I wanted my collection to kind of feel like a piece of it, but also have like my own personal style and like timeless, classy aesthetic. And so my collection is inspired by some of the 5 feasts of the Orthodox Church. And these include Nativity, Palm Sunday, Good Friday, Resurrection, and Pentecost. And so each one has like a tiny piece of that feast while also like embodying like my personal style and aesthetic, which is more timeless, classic, elegant silhouettes. And so I'm super excited to share that with you guys, and I hope that you can see even a sliver of like how beautiful the church is through the clothing I designed.
My name is Kendi Crocker. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas, and I'm a fashion design major. As a kid, I've always loved art and fashion, and as I got older, I started gaining interest in history, theater, and film. I wanted to combine my love for fashion and storytelling. My freshman year of college, I decided that I wanted to pursue a career in costume design. Costume design, I feel like it allows me to use art and fashion to tell a story. It's more diverse and creative. It doesn't stand by itself, but contributes to a bigger story. I transferred to Lipscomb University my junior year. I was really enthusiastic about transferring because I would finally be able to pursue my love for fashion surrounded by others who have the same interest. Through this program, I learned the creative process of bringing my ideas to life. I am truly grateful for this opportunity and everyone who has helped and supported me through this process. I am most thankful for my professors who guided me and gave me the confidence in myself to create everything I did. There were times when I did doubt myself, and then I needed to rely on the Lord. My faith is a very big part of my life and who I am, and I hope that God's goodness is shown in everything I create. It's crazy to think about when I first came to Lipscomb 2 years ago that I barely knew how to use a sewing machine compared to where I am now in that designing and creating an entire collection. What I learned from my time at Lipscomb is that I am able to work really hard when it's something I'm truly passionate about. I wanted my collection to represent my personality, thoughtful, feminine, and authentic. I use vintage styles and incorporated fantasy-like details. My collection is heavily inspired by history and nature. Florals are incorporated into every single one of my pieces. It's also inspired by romantic and fairy tale movies. I wanted my collection to represent this feeling of hope and longing, like when you were a little kid and you would watch a film that you really enjoyed and you would dream about what it'd be like to be in that world, to be a part of that story. I want my collection to represent that feeling of falling in love with the story.
L'âme en peine, il vit mais par la peine. Il attend devant cette photo d'antan. Il n'est pas fou, il y croit c'est tout. Il la voit partout, il attend debout. Une rose à la main, à part elle il n'attend rien. Rien autour n'a de sens et l'air est lourd. Le regard absent, il est seul et lui parle souvent. Il n'est pas fou, il aime c'est tout. Il la voit partout, il attend debout, debout, une rose à la main. Non, non plus rien ne le retient. Dans sa love story, dans sa love story, dans sa love story, sa love story. Prends ma main, promets-moi que tout ira bien. Serre-moi fort, près de toi je rêve encore. Oui, oui je veux rester, mais je ne sais plus aimer. J'ai été trop bête. Je t'en prie arrête, arrête comme je regrette. Non, je ne voulais pas tout ça. Je serai riche et je t'offrirai tout mon or. Et si tu t'en fiches, je t'attendrai sur le port. Et si tu m'ignores, je t'offrirai mon dernier souffle de vie. Dans my love story, dans my love story, dans my love story, my love story. Une bougie peut illuminer la nuit. Un sourire peut bâtir tout un empire.
Hi, Hi, my name is Pomai Romano. I'm a fashion designer originally from Washington State, but Nashville has become home. One word that describes me as a designer would be storyteller. As a kinesthetic and visual learner, I draw inspiration from elements such as my faith, nature, and music. Since transferring to Lipscomb last year, I'd say the biggest area that I've needed to grow in is just trusting God with the gifts and talents that He's given me. The most amazing experience has just been creating this collection. It has challenged me in ways that I did not expect and showed me the level of perseverance that this industry truly requires. My collection is a bridal story centered on the theme of purity. It was inspired by the redemptive love of Christ and the imagery of being washed by the blood of Jesus, which reflects the church as the bride preparing for her bridegroom, Jesus Christ.
A bride. Why is a bride so beautiful to her groom? Is it simply the dress? Or is it what she, clothed in white, represents? Many women have taken this walk, supported by their father's arm, but her gaze remaining locked on the one whom she calls most beloved. Her eyes are fiercely unmoved as she walks determined to meet him. It is in that moment that she loves the man whom God ordained to take her hand. But she knows now at whose feet she will someday set her crown. The one who paid in red for her robes of white. Purity has a name, her bridegroom, Jesus the Christ. So as she makes this walk down the aisle, where she'll soon say, I do, she whispers her praises in reverent gratitude. God, you sent the best of heaven down to us. The promised Messiah, your son, Jesus. Fully God and fully man, the only sacrifice that could suffice was the pure and spotless Lamb. You died, you bled, but you rose again. And you said, daughter, you need only believe, confess, and repent. She prays in her head, I do, I do, I do. The first vow I make today, Lord, is to love you. You were my first love. You will be my last. You hold my future, my present, my past. And so she walks, seeing the glimpse of what she, clothed in white, represents. There is a day when the bride of Christ, his church, will make this walk to her most beloved. Clothed in righteousness and purity, not because of what she's done, but because of the one who paid for her sins on the cross. The pure, matchless, and most beautiful Lamb of God.
Hi, my name is Grace Horner. I am a dual fashion design and fashion merch major here at Lipscomb, looking to pursue a career in apparel technical design. My collection is called Taking Shape, as I feel like I have done throughout my time here at Lipscomb. I've had the opportunity to grow in an industry I'm truly passionate about through my courses, as well as had the amazing opportunity of interning in Mayfair, London, as well as studying art and fashion in Florence for a month, which was amazing. And they're doing that again this year, so I was super excited for those guys. Taking Shape is heavily based on geometry and pattern design. And I took reference from my freshman collection that we designed in a class called Basic Design, and I took inspiration from one of my favorites, Iris Van Herpen, as well as other like avant-garde designers, and kind of mixed and matched, and that was like our freshman assignment. And so I kind of refreshed that and rebranded that, and it really shows my growth through ideation to completion, and it really just encapsulates my personality as well. I hope you enjoy it.
name is Adrienne Boudreau. I am a fashion design major, merchandise minor, originally from Northern California. In my 2 very short years in the fashion department, I have learned everything from clothing construction to design to flat pattern to even the business side of the industry as well. And to that, I am forever grateful for all the hardworking, amazing professors in this department. A really special opportunity I had through Lipscomb was my internship with Annie Masseri at Masseri Pattern. Annie is a very talented pattern maker, and working alongside her and her team, I learned garment production, tech design, and the importance of sizing and grading, allowing me to contribute and build industry connections with Imogene and Willie and Sendero. What excites me most after graduation is going to Italy for 6 weeks through the fashion department, and afterwards taking any and all opportunities that come my way, hopefully eventually leading to an entrepreneurial venture either in manufacturing or launching my own brand, either in Nashville, New York, or abroad. So without further ado, I present to you my debut fashion collection, exploring femininity, coming of age, and maturity. By resurrecting 1920s silhouettes and pattern making techniques, sourcing real vintage mink furs and textiles, and using experimental styling, I've created a collection that combines both the past and the present to show how getting older and change is really such a beautiful thing. I dedicate this collection to my mom, my aunts, and my grandmas, who all sewed and taught me the beauty of embracing femininity and what it really means to be a strong woman.
Je suis pas tout seul à être tout seul, ça fait déjà ça de moins dans la tête. Et si je comptais combien on est? Beaucoup, tout ce à quoi j'ai déjà pensé, dire que plein d'autres y ont déjà pensé. Mais malgré tout, je me sens tout seul. Du coup, j'ai parfois eu des pensées suicidaires et j'en suis peu fier. On croit parfois que c'est la seule manière de les faire taire. Ces pensées qui me font vivre un enfer. Ces pensées qui me font vivre un enfer. Est-ce qu'il y a que moi qui ai la télé et la chaîne culpabilité? Mais faut bien se changer les idées. Pas trop quand même, sinon ça repart vite dans la tête. Et c'est trop tard pour que ça s'arrête. C'est là que j'aimerais tout oublier. Du coup, j'ai parfois eu des pensées suicidaires et j'en suis peu fier. On croit parfois que c'est la seule manière de les faire taire. Ces pensées qui me font vivre un enfer. Ces pensées qui me font vivre un enfer. Et je sais vraiment pas quoi faire de toi. Justement réfléchir, c'est bien le problème avec toi. Tu sais j'ai mûrement réfléchi. Et je sais vraiment pas quoi faire de toi. Justement réfléchir, c'est bien le problème avec toi.
Fingers out of the way. Let's see what you sewed.
Look.
Ladies and gentlemen, your senior collections.
Watch me dance, dance the night away. My heart could be burning, but you won't see it on my face. Watch me dance, dance the night away. I'll still keep the party running out one hair out of place. Lately, I've been moving close to the edge. Still be looking my best. I stay on the beat, you can count on me. I ain't missing no steps. 'Cause every romance shakes and it bends, don't give a down. When the night's here, I don't do tears, baby, no chance. I could dance, I could dance, I could dance. Watch me dance, dance the night away. My heart could be burning, but you won't see it on my face. Watch me dance, dance the night away. I'll still keep the party running out one hair out of place. When my heart breaks, when my world shakes, I don't play safe. Don't you know about me? I could dance, I could dance, I could dance. Even on my face, I still keep the party going out one hair out of place. Yes, I can. Even when the tears are flowing, they're diamonds on my face. Yes, I can.
Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. Thank you so much. I am so thrilled. Thank you so much on behalf of the Department of Fashion and Design, on the behalf of the College of Entertainment and the Arts. We thank you so much for spending your evening with us. We hope you loved it, and have a good evening. mention, the designers will be outside as you exit, so if you'd like a closer look, please do so. Also, there is a dessert outside for your enjoyment. Thank you.
I got the vibe, can you pick up some wine on the way?